So is it time for altcoins? Everyone was talking about Altseason yesterday. Today, half of these people are saying no, it's cancelled, it's gone. Is it Altseason? Is it going to be Altseason anytime soon? This is the big question as I see on my social media, so let's talk about it. Alright guys, let's get started. Welcome to another episode of Crypto Corner with myself, OJ, crypto analyst and investor for the last 10 years. What a journey, 10 years guys. I remember when I first started doing these videos, Bitcoin was under $500. And then we were looking at 600, 680 and 700 and the first 1000, the first time it hit 1000 since I jumped in. Now that was quite something. Well, how times have changed. Today we're looking at Bitcoin at 89,400 as we speak. This is almost 3% up in the last 24 hours. Ethereum is 1.20% up, so it's still struggling. I mean, it's still bleeding against Bitcoin, as we can see, really not good performance. Solana is also up 3%. In fact, if we look on the monthly, this is really giving us a better picture of which are the tokens and coins that we should be paying attention to. And here I arranged them by volume so that we can actually see which are the most traded ones. This is why Solana is above XRP. It has flipped XRP, not in market cap, but in terms of trading volume. Now, Solana is up 6% in the last month and XRP is down 12%. So if you are diversifying from Bitcoin into altcoins, you really have to look at the ones that are outperforming. And the monthly right now is giving us a very good idea. Ethereum is down 18% in the last month. So again, not a good performance. You don't want to be in Ethereum, you don't want to be in XRP right now. Maybe you want to jump in at these prices because you're thinking, okay, these are bottoming here. So definitely they're going to be outperforming in the future. And this is possible, but for me, these are not appealing tokens. Both Ethereum and XRP, I'm not interested. I'm interested in Sui. Sui is up 3.79, almost 4% up in the last month. I'm interested in FartCoin, which is 106% up. And I'm trading it. I have a position open right now, but I'm not staying in FartCoin for too long. I'm not just sleeping on it. I'm actually actively trading it. I'm not interested in Tron because it's I don't know, there's many fishy things happening there, so I'm not really interested. BNB, I have a small position, it's okay. It's actually only 2% down, so it's not too bad, but I don't have a big position precisely because it's not exactly having amazing performance. TAO, Bitensor, is by far my biggest position in altcoins right now, alongside with Solana, and it's up 33% on the monthly. So again, this is a token that you want to be in because it's outperforming. And then another one that is outperforming is Ray, the token of Radium, 34% on the monthly. Pendle is also outperforming, 22% up on the monthly. And Hype is outperforming, it's 14% up on the monthly, right? And then CRO is outperforming, but this is because they just did this deal with Trump. They're going to be launching an ETF. I mean, it is the token of an exchange, but it's not, and it's a token I hold purely because I have their card and I had to stake some tokens in order to get a higher ranking on the card to have better rates and stuff like that. So I'm good. I'm happy to see that it's outperforming, 10% up on the monthly, but it's not exactly a token that is jumping really high. Okay, now let's look at the charts because this is really what's important to answer the question, are we entering an Altseason? Is Altseason coming? What's happening with Altseason? This is really the question that everyone is asking. Yesterday, I saw many people on Twitter saying, Altseason is back, Altseason is starting, now is the time to be buying out and everything. Today, a few of these accounts are saying, well, it's postponed, it's cancelled or whatever. So I don't think it's started at all. I don't think we're anywhere close to an Altseason at this point. For a long time I've been using the token metrics analytics tools, and they have a Bitcoin season Altseason tool that I've been using, but I just saw that CoinMarketCap did their own, so you can use that for free. And here it is obvious that we are in Bitcoin season. We are deep in Bitcoin season, but there's other metrics that you can use in order to to figure this out. But even if you don't use anything else, you can just come here. Now this over the last 90 days, we just looked at the monthly. Over the last 90 days here, you can actually see which altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin. And these are the altcoins that ideally you want to be having in your bags. Not all of them, of course, you don't have to have all of these, but at least some of these should be in your portfolio if you're looking to grow your Bitcoin. If you're looking for altcoins that will be outperforming Bitcoin, you can take a look here. We have BNB still outperforming Bitcoin a little bit in the last 3 months. Pendle is here as well, so that just cements Pendle as one of the tokens that has to be in your portfolio. Then we're having Cake and OKB. These are tokens of exchanges, and I mean pretty much all of these tokens here, BNB, KCS, Cake, OKB, these are all tokens of exchanges. Then we have Leo as well. Tron is outperforming. Monero is here. I actually told you about Monero in previous videos on my Twitter as well. I've been talking about it. Keep an eye on Monero because during market crashes, it doesn't actually pull back that much. This is actually why it's outperforming Bitcoin right now, because we had a market pullback, a correction, a deep correction in fact. And during that correction, Monero didn't really correct as much as some other altcoins and as much as Bitcoin. This is why Monero on the 3 months is actually outperforming. But when the market is pumping, Monero is not really pumping. Monero is more of a store of value at this point than anything else. Okay, and then we have some other tokens. Some of them are gold related and other stuff that, I mean, we don't really care for any token that is outperforming Bitcoin, because some of these are meme coins or just obscure tokens that have big pumps, and then this could be just for a few days, but it's gonna come up here in the last 90 days. It doesn't mean that it was outperforming for the whole of this 90 days. However, Monero was outperforming for the whole 90 days, which is more important. Anyways, you can see that TAO is also up here just next to Bitcoin. So even though it's not outperforming it in the last 3 months, it is a very similar performance. So yet again, another reason why TAO should really be in your portfolio. But more importantly, when we talk about Altseason, we have to look at Bitcoin's dominance, because we don't really have Altseasons without Bitcoin's dominance dropping, and it is on a strong momentum. You can see here for how long Bitcoin's dominance has been growing up, and this is why altcoins are bleeding, and this is why when Bitcoin is now recovering, many of them are not really doing this kind of good recoveries. So Bitcoin's dominance has been on this strong momentum for the longest time. I've been reporting on it regularly on my Twitter, and we can see we printed this bullish pattern here. This is a continuation pattern. It is a wedge pattern that is forming. When it's forming during an upwards momentum, it indicates a continuation. So we go up, we stop for a moment, we kind of go sideways, we form this pattern, and then we break out from it on the upside. We continue. If it was forming on the downwards trend, then it will be a bearish one, because it will indicate a continuation of a downtrend. Here, it indicates a continuation of an upwards trend. So this is good. It just means that we are going to continue going upwards. However, we are hitting a resistance here. This is a previous resistance, and we just managed to climb above this resistance. Yesterday we broke through. Today it seems like we are continuing this momentum, so this is very important. We are not going to get an altcoin season without a pullback here. And for all of these that were calling out season already yesterday, too rushed, I must say, guys, because we don't have any indication of weakening of this momentum here in Bitcoin. Therefore, there is no indication that Altseason is about to start. Of course, when Bitcoin is really high here, this is usually when the altcoins are at their lowest against Bitcoin, and then usually we get a pullback in the dominance, and the altcoins are pulling up. And this is because money starts rotating from Bitcoin into altcoins in search of full volatility. For that to happen though, Bitcoin really has to just take a break. it has to start consolidating, and it's not doing that. Bitcoin is on the way up, it's pumping. As Bitcoin is pumping right now, we are not really expecting an out season. Now, there is a theory that we could actually have an out season without money coming out of Bitcoin, because people are wanting to keep their Bitcoin and they're going to be trading altcoins with separate capital, different capital coming into altcoins rather than Bitcoin bleeding into altcoins. I don't really think this is the case, because many people like me are having, for the most part, they're staying in Bitcoin, and when they see an opportunity, they jump into an altcoin in order to increase their Bitcoin holdings, because I'm going into altcoins that are going to outperform Bitcoin, or that are currently outperforming Bitcoin. So I still feel that there are many traders like me who are actually trading Bitcoin against altcoins, and they want to grow their Bitcoin. So we're not really having separate capital for altcoins, but it's very likely that retail investors are actually using separate capital. I do believe that many of the retail investors are just buying and sleeping on it. So they would buy Bitcoin and sleep on it and just hold it there, and then they would buy some altcoins and they would just hold them and sleep on them. But I feel that for the majority of these out seasons, they happen when Bitcoin is really getting boring and people are looking for volatility elsewhere. So, well, Bitcoin is still challenging higher highs here. We're going for the 90K, 91K. I don't expect out season to begin. This is really what we have to watch out for. If we see that Bitcoin gets loses momentum here at around 90K and starts going sideways again, then we can be looking at out season. There are a few altcoins that are going kind of hand in hand with Bitcoin. Solana is one of them. FartCoin is another one. Bitensor is another one. So I'm going to look into these coins as well. These are the only ones right now that I have positions in. I'm also looking at Hype, and I don't have a position, and Pendle. These are the two that I usually jump in and out. And right now I don't have a position, but I'm trading them regularly. I was trading them last week, and I will be jumping in any moment now. So this is Bitcoin on the daily. It's looking good above the 50th moving average. I'm going to try and keep this short, by the way. Above the 50th moving average, we are looking bullish. We are now also above the 89th moving average, which is also an important one on the daily. So this is our support. Yesterday we broke above it. We ended the day just at this support here. Today we started from here and we are going upwards. We are using this as a support. So things are looking good for the next few days. I'm expecting that we will be challenging these highs here. These are previous resistance points that we have had in the past. In fact, as soon as March, we were at these levels, and we are now for the first time going to be reclaiming them. We're going to be trying to reclaim them. It depends on how we respond as we get to these levels. And then if we manage to go above these levels, the next resistance is sitting at 94,000. These are the levels on the way up that are levels of interest. These are the resistance points. We'll see how we respond to this. Now we have the 89th moving average acting as a support. This is our first support. It's not a very strong one. So during pullbacks, we are going to be retesting this support for sure. If this holds us, very good. We keep the momentum. If we break this, the more important one and the crucial one is the 50th moving average. If we retest this support and it breaks, then we can be looking into a downward trend yet again. So we just managed to break above this. It's early days. It's still possible that we actually come down, retest this support, and if we fail, this could actually just be a fake out. It could have been just a 3 or 4 day fake out, and then we fall back into below the 50th moving average and kind of following a downtrend. So this is very important. This is what I'm looking for right now. So 86K is really the crucial support here. Breaking below this could actually send us into bearish territory yet again. Now let's look at FartCoin, because this is really the big one. It is pumping. It's already above $1. Great, because yesterday that's exactly what I predicted. I posted it on my Twitter. I was drawing this bullish. This is now again a continuation pattern. So at this point, it is a bullish channel, a bullish flag, and because it's coming out of a upwards momentum, it is a continuation pattern, so it is a bullish one. By the way, if you're not familiar with patterns, I have a free PDF. You can grab it. The link is in the description below, or you can scan this QR code. All of the most commonly traded patterns that we are always identifying on charts and that are giving us a hint of what's to happen, what we can expect, and how we can place trades according to this. Very important. You can grab it for free. You will also enter into my newsletter, which is once a month, beginning of each month, and this is also a free newsletter where I'm doing market analysis. I'm talking about macroeconomics, and I'm looking at the charts again and talking about what happened during the previous month, what we can expect in the forthcoming month. So these are the things that I'm not really coming into the videos, and that's why it's important to be in my newsletter. It's free, guys. Anyways, this is what I'm expecting. This is where I'm expecting this move to take us, 114. We are very close to that, and we're already getting a wick here. We didn't see that yesterday during yesterday's pump, so we see that now we're starting to see some selling pressure, and maybe we're losing momentum. Maybe we are getting close to this end of this pump here, and then we're going to see a decent pullback. So on the daily, still a bit more room to go upwards, and from that point we're going to see a pullback. So that's what I'm expecting, but definitely for the longer term, this is a good one to hold and to trade. Solana is now breaking it's 142, already broke the 140. That's what I expected from Solana, so no surprise here. It is moving very similar to what Bitcoin is doing. It is also above the 50th moving average, even though on the daily I'm not really seeing it. Yeah, it hasn't conquered the 89th moving average, so this is really the target. The target is sitting at 149. We are now at 142, so this is where it's going. 149 is the next resistance. This is most likely where it's going to have a pullback from, so this is an area of interest for me. Especially for offloading, because I do have a position in Solana. Now, it's also possible that over the next few days we come back and retest this 50th moving average. We already did that. It was holding, so this is good, but sometimes we make several retests before we push, before we make a more of a stronger move on the upside. So this is also possible for Solana. This is Bitensor. So TAO, as I see, is reaching a resistance here. This is a resistance based on previous support levels. We have managed to conquer the 50th moving average. We are also using the 89th right now as a support. Very good news. Very similar performance to Bitcoin as well. It also had that bullish flag formation here. That is a continuation pattern. It broke out of this. This pattern has already been played out. I feel that the whole of this pattern has been played out, so I'm not really expecting too much from it, moving forward. I feel that this momentum, yes, look at this perfectly. We are coming to the top of this pattern right now. This is exactly what we can expect from this pattern, and it's all been played out. So I'm not jumping in. I have already a position, but in any case, I wouldn't be jumping in at this point because it is getting exhausted, and a pullback is definitely coming. During these pullbacks is when I will be stocking up. I will be entering positions during the pullbacks, because with a lot of these coins, Sui is one that we are still waiting to see this pattern play out. It had this inverted head and shoulders pattern. It's already breaking out of it, and typically that breakout should be taking us towards this area. So, and it had a previous support and previous resistance as well at the 320. The 320 is the target here, but this is in the longer term. It's not going to happen in the next couple of days. But Sui is one to watch as well, and I'm actually looking for positions. I wanted to break above the 50th moving average before I jump in. This is what I'm waiting for. This is going to be my signal to enter Sui. So we are still early to be talking about an out season, but there are certain altcoins that are definitely outperforming Bitcoin, and this is very important. So definitely look for these altcoins that have the potential to keep outperforming Bitcoin and grow your Bitcoin. This is the target. This is the goal. And before I leave you guys, a quick reminder to always keep your coins in your own self-custodial storage. I travel right now, I'm in Buenos Aires, and I travel with all of these cold wallets. I have here OneKey Pro, I have OneKey Classic, I have Tangem, I have Bitbox, this is the Tangem ring as well. There are all kinds of wallets, they come in all kinds of shapes and sizes and everything, so you have plenty to choose from. I have a free PDF where you can see all of the reviews that I've done over the years from all of the different brands and everything. I've reviewed all of the top wallets currently on the market, so you can go through that PDF, download it, the link is in the description below, or you can scan this QR code as well and download this free ebook and just go through the reviews, pick the one that seems to be right for you. It doesn't matter which one. My personal preference right now is for OneKey Pro, but I also like the OneKey Classic, I like the Tangem. I mean, all of the wallets right now are really secure and everything, so it really comes down to price and size and format, whichever you like, it's up to you. But definitely guys, make sure that even if you hold just $1,000 in crypto, put it in a cold wallet, self-custodial cold wallet, because custodial wallets have the right to freeze your account. They can force you to go through all kinds of identification and proof of ownership and proof of purchase and all of these things and make it difficult for you. I know people, I have customers who actually use my services to help them with these things. So I know a lot of terrible stories that happen to people with even Coinbase, you know, such a big wallet provider. They can freeze your account for months and months. One of my actually clients is still dealing with them after a year, and he cannot get access to his accounts because they're frozen. So definitely guys, make sure to keep your coins in a cold wallet, not to mention all the hacks. I mean, many people are keeping their coins on exchanges, but if you're not trading these coins this week or next week, then move them out of the exchange, put them in your cold wallet, and then when you need to trade them again, bring them back in. The fees are not that high. You better pay, you know, $1 or $2 fee for the transfer than just risking your coins getting stolen from a hack or anything like that. So this is everything. Thanks for staying until the end of the video, and while you're here, just pick another one and I'm gonna see you there.